It is the middle of June. You bring home a basket of strawberries, plump and red, that cost you the better part of $5. They are beautiful on the ride home. You set them in the icebox, pleased with yourself, and think nothing more of it. 2 mornings later, you open that box to put them on the children's oatmeal, and half of them have gone. One berry at the bottom has turned to grey fuzz, and the fuzz has reached out and touched its neighbours, and 4 or 5 good berries are soft and spoiled along with it. You pick out the few still sound and throw the rest to the chickens. There goes half of what you paid into the slop bucket 2 days after you carried it through the door. It happens in kitchens all over this country, every week of berry season. And it need not. Berries are among the most delicate things a kitchen takes in, and among the dearest by weight, yet most folks store them in the one way almost certain to spoil them fast. There is no luck in keeping berries. There never was. The women who put up the summer fruit knew a handful of small habits that kept a basket sound and sweet for a week or more, and not one of them is hard, and not one costs a penny. I am Annie Stoltzfus. I am Amish, from Lancaster County in Pennsylvania, and I have kept a summer kitchen my whole life, picking, sorting, and putting up berries the way my mother taught me, and her mother taught her. Today I will show you the old way to keep berries from moulding, how to clean them, how to store them so they last, and how to save the ones you cannot eat in time. One thing before I show you how. There is far more of these old ways than I could fit into a single video, so I gathered them into a book, 66 of them, the kitchen and the cooking pot and the breadboard and the rest of the house, with the honest savings written beside each one. It is at the link below for anyone who wants the whole of it. I will not bring it up again. If you would like it, you know where to find it. Now let me show you how we kept the summer fruit. The first thing, and the most important, is this. Do not wash your berries until the moment you mean to eat them. I know it goes against everything in you, but a berry is like a little sponge, and the moment you wet it, it holds that water against its skin, and water on the skin is what mold wants more than anything. Wash them Monday and store them wet, and they will be fuzzy by Wednesday. So we leave them dry just as they came, and wash only the handful about to go on the table. The second thing is to sort them the very hour they come home, and find the one bad berry. There is almost always one, soft, bruised, or showing a speck of grey. And that one berry is a danger to every berry touching it, for mold spreads from fruit to fruit faster than you would believe. My mother called it the one rotten apple. So tip the basket out gently, look them over, and take out any that are soft, split, or marked. Eat those at once, but do not let them lie among the good ones. Pull the one bad berry, and you have saved the dozen around it. The third thing is to store them cool, dry, and able to breathe. A berry shut in a sealed box with no air will sweat, and that sweat is its undoing. So line a dish with a clean, dry cloth to take up any damp. Lay the berries in loosely, not crowded, not crushed, and keep them in the coolest part of your cold box. The cloth drinks up the moisture, the air moves around them, and berries that would have moulded in 2 days will keep sound for the better part of a week. Now, here is a thing I have come to do that my grandmother could not, for she had no refrigerator, but it works, and I will not pretend it is older than it is. A quick bath in vinegar water before they go into the cold. You make a bath of about 1 part plain white vinegar to 3 or 4 parts cool water, tip the berries in, swirl them gently a moment, and lift them out. The mild vinegar kills off the unseen mold spores that ride in on the skins from the field, the very spores that would bloom into fuzz in your cold box. Then comes the part you must not skip. Spread them on a clean cloth and let them dry completely, every berry, before they go into storage. Vinegar washed but stored wet will spoil as fast as any. Dried well, treated this way, a basket will often keep 10 days and longer. You will not taste the vinegar at all. And the last thing, the old answer to a glut you cannot eat in time, is to put them up before they turn, not after. Do not wait until the berries are going soft. The moment you see you have more than the family will eat in a few days, freeze the rest while they are still at their best. Wash them, dry them well, and lay them in a single layer on a tray so they do not freeze into one solid lump. Once frozen hard, tip them into a bag and back into the freezer. Frozen at their peak, they keep for months, there for your winter baking and your January oatmeal, when fresh berries cost a small fortune. What you cannot freeze, cook into jam that same day. A berry turned to jam is a berry saved. A berry left to mold is money in the slop bucket. Now let me take a moment, for this is where it comes together. Do not wash until you eat. Sort out the one bad berry the hour they come home. Store them cool and dry and loosely on a cloth that drinks the damp. Give them a vinegar bath and dry them well if you want them to keep longest. And put up the surplus while it is still at its best. 5 small habits, none of them hard, none costly. And here is the thing to carry with you. There is no money in teaching folks how to keep their berries. The store would just as soon you watched half of every box go to fuzz and came back to buy another. Nobody runs an advertisement telling you to keep your berries dry and pull the one bad one because there is nothing in it for them to sell. So the knowing of it got quiet, the way the good plain habits do when there is no profit in saying them aloud, and it passed from mother to daughter for as long as there were daughters in the kitchen to learn it. So here is what I would have you do. The next basket you bring home, do not put it away as it is. Sort it the moment you walk in, pull the one bad berry, and store the rest cool and dry on a clean cloth. Wash only what you eat, when you eat it. And if you have more than you can use, freeze the rest that very day. Then tell me in the comments, how did your mother or grandmother keep the summer fruit? The little family tricks are exactly the kind of thing that gets lost when nobody writes them down, and I read every one. Until then, keep the plain things close. They were never half so simple as they looked.